So today we have, good evening, welcome to all of you. We have made it possible for people at home all over the world to listen to what's happening here now. They can see and listen. The comfort of their home, they don't have to travel all the way, rain or sun, whatever it is. That is the request of many people from around the world because the topic is so important. But before we start the proceedings, I want to request Mr. Satish Nangia to come on the stage. He is a corporate guru. He has written a beautiful book called Corporate Consciousness and Good Governance. I have gone through it line by line, a very beautifully written book. And one of the leading entrepreneurs here, he told me that, sir, whatever I am today is because of the guidance of Mr. Nangia. So beyond that, it's called Uttam Group, I think. He had to go away to America yesterday, otherwise he would have been here. So he wants to present his book, Corporate Consciousness and Good Governance. Not for me, I got it already. I wrote the forward. So, I'll give it later. Of my forward in this. Good governance needs ethical values because it has to be an outcome from the heart and embodied into the environment. Universe works on cosmic consciousness and the attribute of same is ultimately manifested everywhere. As the same quality, irrespective of quantity, exists within us, the consciousness-driven organization based on the law of nature can do wonders. The author lists an exhaustive list of transcendental qualities of virtuous man, an ideal corporate head. His message in each chapter gives sense of unity, love and help at unified consciousness level to make working place a temple of worship and love. The blending of ethical values at the working level would be on top of reform agenda. The compendium on corporate consciousness and good governance is based on author's valuable past experience in the corporate world, a wide experience. It is said a book cannot change or transform a person, and through him, a book can't change or transform a person and through him, society, but it can inspire readers to exercise moral values in business. This is one such book of immense value and a practical guidance to those in governance as well as corporate world. Thank you, Mr. Nangia.
I'm really thankful to him. After reading this book, he was agreeing to sign the book and then he blessed me. I think the man of this level of the book can understand this book. I am 78. At 78, I realized, after the age of 50, I retired from the corporate world. I realized that everything, if you talk yourself to you, then it has to be okay. If you talk to others, it is all illusion. So I started thinking how to talk to self. So I read a lot of books and I found it is all your consciousness telling you. Can you go against your conscience? That is the only question you ask when you are taking a decision, whether it is upon my conscience. If you say no, don't do it. If you say yes, do it. It's simple first question. Second, I am not going to kill the conscious. That is the gist of the book. Everybody is killing the conscious, and then you expect so many controls, so many things. If your conscious is strong, you don't require any control. And conscious is there with whom? The person who understands how to have the conscious. Gita is very clear. Everything is here with the body. Idam shariram konte kshetra mit vivete. We are complete. Whole knowledge is there. Why you are asking others? Ask your conscious. Then yogi, as per Gita, is beautiful. Yog yukto vishuddhatma. Yog yukto means who is connected to God. Vishuddhatma, where the soul is pure. Vijidatma jitendriya, who has won his senses. He is not looking after pleasures. Yog yukto vishuddhatma, vijitatma jitendriya, sarvo bhutatma bhuta. All these people are same. They have same consciousness, but they are different because of different understanding. So try to understand this book and come to same consciousness. And the last is Yog yukto vishuddhatma, vijitatma jitendriya, sarvo bhutatma bhutatma, korono apina lipyate. Do, but don't get attached. That is the only thing. I don't wanted to come here, but he told me you have to come because MD of Uttam Group is not here. So I come here. I normally don't go to public. Thank you.
It's a great pleasure. I am going to give you a rather lengthy introduction. Why we are meeting it now at this time. How important the subject is now. Dr. GBK Rao, I think you have seen the invitation. We have given the biography also briefly. Only recently the entire world was shocked to hear the warning of the UN climate chief. He says, just 2 years to save the world, to take action to avert far worse consequences of the worsening environmental disaster. We have seen over there recently. The UN climate chief, Simon Steele, stated that governments, business leaders and development banks have just 2 years to take action to avert far worse climate change. In a speech at the Chatham House think tank in London, Mr. Steele said, I quote, "We still have a chance to make greenhouse gas emissions tumble with a new generation of national climate plans, but we need these stronger plans just now." He emphasized, I continue quoting him, who exactly has 2 years to save the world? The answer is every person on this planet, every one of us here and who are listening to this program, including you and me. He added, more and more people want climate action right across societies and political spectrums, largely because they are feeling the impacts of the climate crisis in their everyday lives and household budgets. He also highlighted that the climate crisis was slipping down a crowded global agenda at a time when consensus was needed on how to help developing nations pay for clean energy and respond to extreme weather. The Executive Secretary of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change said, I quote, "I will be candid. Blame shifting is not a strategy. Sidelining climate change is not a solution to a crisis that will decimate every G20 economy and has started to hurt already." His rallying cry followed the announcement by Europe's climate monitor that March was the hottest on the record and the 10th straight month of historic heat around the globe. In this connection, I would like to draw your kind attention to the contents of my research paper, the newsletter number 38, sent around the world in April 2021, 3 years ago, where there was a clear warning. I stated, Earth is our only home. Let us save it. Save the environment and save the planet. The greatest threat, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest threat to our planet is the belief someone else will save it. We all think someone else, it's the job of someone else will save it. So enough of talks and conferences and declarations and blaming each other. Urgent need for emergent action by everyone, governments, corporates, individuals to save the planet and humanity from further irreparable destruction. I was talking to Dr. GBK Rao because he has created a wonderful place called Pragati Sudama, and many of us building mansions, industries. But I tell you, our grandchildren will not be grateful to us. They will only blame as the most selfish generation. Last 100 years we have done so much of damage. They will say, the most selfish generation. The damage they have done to us, we don't have clean water to drink, clean air to breathe. So how do you think they will be remembering us with gratitude? So now here Dr. GBK Rao is an expert in biodiversity and environment. An engineer, a farmer turned engineer turned environmentalist, architect of Pragati Biodiversity Knowledge Park, and the founder chairman of Pragati Group and chairman Expert Committee on Agriculture. Received certificate memento from World Book of Records, London on 22nd April 2021 for identifying sacred herbal, medicinal, mother plants and preserving more than 650 varieties of medicinal flora and planting 40 lakh trees and in Pragati Sudaman that take care about 2,500 acres or so. It has won that the Pragati resorts have won more than 400 state, national and international awards, including the highest recognition called Oscars of Global Business. His efforts are also recognized by the United Nations. I thank him for coming all the way from Hyderabad to share with all of us how he performed the miracle of converting a barren land, into an oasis of greenery role model now. I recall the prediction of E.O. Wilson, often described as the new Darwin, Darwin's natural heir or the Darwin of the 21st century. I quote, "If all mankind were to disappear, the world would regenerate back to the rich state of equilibrium that existed 10,000 years ago." But he said, if insects were to vanish, the environment would collapse into chaos. The insects are more important than us, actually. I found more such wise statements warning the present generation of its responsibility. Mahatma Gandhi, celebrated as the greatest person of the last century, said, "Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed." Ban Ki-moon, 8th Secretary General of the UN Nations, said, I quote, "Saving our planet, lifting people out of poverty, advancing economic growth, these are one and the same flight. We must connect the dots between the climate change, water scarcity, energy shortages, global health, food security, and women's empowerment. Solutions to one problem must be solutions for all. So sooner or later we will have to recognize that the earth also has rights to live without pollution. What mankind must know is that human beings cannot live without Mother Earth, but the planet can live without human beings." American President Franklin Roosevelt, 32nd President of the US, the longest president perhaps from 1933 until his death in 1945, said, I quote, "A nation that destroys its soils destroys itself. Forests are the lungs of our land, purifying the air and giving fresh strength to our people." American naturalist, poet and philosopher Henry David Thoreau asked the question, what is the use of a house or a mansion if you have not had a tolerable planet to put it on? Another person, known as Gandhi of the forest, Chris Masser of Cornwallis, Oregon, said, "What we are doing to the forests of the world is but a mirror reflection of what we are doing to ourselves and to one another." Leonardo DiCaprio, placed 8 times in annual rankings of the world's highest paid actors, said, "Our planet's alarm is going off, and it is time to wake up and take action." Humans impact the physical environment in many ways: overpopulation, pollution, burning fossil fuels, and deforestation. Changes like these have triggered climate change, soil erosion, poor air quality, and undrinkable water. The list of issues surrounding our environment go on, but there are 3 major ones that affect the majority of them all: global warming, climate change, water pollution, ocean acidification, and loss of biodiversity. The greatest pollution, of course, is human greed. It comes in the way of preservation of ecology, as it gives higher priority to quick profit and quick results over eco-friendly manufacturing practices. Greed pollutes the subtle environment and mind of man with negative emotions and impressions. It happens in the family, it can happen all over the planet also. Pollution permeates both the physical and subtle environment. An angry person exudes anger, which spreads to others around him. It is a chain reaction. At the root of all wars is compounded negativity of emotions. Ancient Indian tradition believed in the sanctity of nature. It perceived the mountains, rivers, sun, moon, and trees to be sacred, and that which is sacred is honored. Trees are our closest relatives. What trees exhale, oxygen, we inhale, and what we exhale, carbon dioxide, they inhale. They are half of our respiratory system. Spirituality is not about looking up or down. It's about looking inward. The first fundamental fact you find on looking inward is that you are very much a part of everything around you. Without that realization, there is no spiritual progress. Ecology and human consciousness cannot be separated. Only because human beings have become insensitive, we have to talk today about saving the world, which is a silly idea because it is we who are protected by Mother Earth, not the other way around. None of this would be necessary if human beings understood that whether we like it or not, we are reverberating as a part of this existence. The legendary primatologist Dr. Jane Goodall said, I quote, "You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make." Planet Earth acts as a mother for all the beings. Mother takes care of the babies when they are babies. But when the babies grow up and become adults, they have the fundamental responsibility to take care of the mother, especially the ailing mother as it is today. According to the State of the World's Forests 2020, brought out by the Food and Agricultural Organization of the UN, 31% of the global land area is under forests. Since 1990, forest land worth 420 million hectares have been lost. Along with it, 21% of plant biology is threatened with extinction. Thus, in order to mitigate the impact of climate change, it is important to conserve forest environment. Saving the environment requires conservation of forests, their biodiversity, afforestation, sustainable agriculture with judicious inputs, conserving soils, keeping water bodies rivers free from pollution, controlling living condition activities which lead to air pollution, and preserving the coastal zone along with mangroves. And the first African woman to win the Nobel Prize, Wangari Maathai, she said, she founded the Green Belt movement. She said, we need to promote development. We need to promote development that does not destroy our environment. The diversity of life on Earth is unimaginable. Our planet is facing a disastrous future, imminent by the signs and signals of the present and immediate past events. These glaciers are melting very fast. The seawater level is rising, threatening to submerge low-lying islands and flooding coastal cities now. Don't forget, we don't have another planet B for us to live. Again, to quote Wangari Maathai, we owe it to ourselves and to the next generation to conserve the environment so that we can bequeath our children a sustainable world that benefits all. We are very fond of blaming the poor for destroying the environment, but often it is the powerful, including the governments, that are responsible now. Anthropologist Morgan said, we won't have a society if we destroy the environment now. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. So today I am presenting before you one such thoughtful, enthusiastic environmentalist committed to protect biodiversity, forestry, medicinal and sacred plants, and has successfully demonstrated it is possible to convert even barren dry land into an oasis of greenery, living example of Prakriti Sudama. Everybody is talking about his environment, forestry and all today, last few years. He thought about it 30 years back. From a prosperous industries, he wanted to serve the environment, to barren land, and many of you have seen or we are going to see it now. You see, he will explain to you how he could do that. One man's determination, perseverance. Not that everything was smooth, he had gone through a lot of difficulties. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have great pleasure in presenting before you Dr. GBK Rao. May I welcome you, sir, with a bouquet of flowers. Thank you. Come.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of.
And also, wait. Keep it with you. Come, you come.
For the photograph.
And lemon too. Come on the way. He's a very deeply religious person also. All the Ramanami celebrations are big. Pragati Resort, they invite hundreds and thousands of people. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Now the stage is yours.
This one.
Prakriti Mataku Nirajanam. Nature. Protect the nature, nature will protect us. What is meant by nature? The fresh air with the aroma of herbal medicinal. These two will change the whole health of individual, not only human beings, all living beings, including the planet, the Mother Earth. For that, what we need, we have to see in the world, like Israel. If you look at the Israel, there is no rains and there is no rivers. That too, the Dead Sea, that is the salt sea, where they become number one in the world for growing all vegetables, fruits, the environment which they could do it. That's why the inspiration I got 1993, and I went and studied Israel for 15 days. What really, I found that the God is so blessed, India. So much fertile soil, so many rivers, so much rain, what not. Everything is given, still we are begging. Almost, the quality of food is not reaching to the people. Nutrition food is not there. And then I thought, unless we show it, the people will not believe it. So I started the land where, if I take the fertile land, people say that you did, that is, we don't have fertile land. That's why I selected, 6 months I waited for selecting the most wasteland. Even the farmer doesn't want to enter into that field. That is what is, protect the environment and environment will protect you. This is, I am very thankful to Kaarthikeyan ji giving me this opportunity and bringing me to Delhi and talking about the environment. And also Mr. Bhaskar Rao ji, N. Bhaskar Rao ji, 1995, he gave me the first award. I don't know whether he remembers or not. 1995, he gave me the environmental award, 95. When I started 93, 94, in 1 year you could find that there is something going in wasteland. Please. The biodiversity, that is, this is what concept which after saying the Lord Krishna, around him the cows and trees. Uksho rakshita rakshataha go samrakshana. He given a message that by showing that the importance of the cows, desi cows, or the trees, is people, south they almost, Kadamba Vriksha they call, or Ponna. This is north also, Ponna, the tree is most important, is Mahalakshmi's plant they call Kadamba tree, Kadamba Vanavasini, Mahalakshmi. That is how they represent, sitting on lotus. Lotus is the purity. Without purity, nothing, even yad bhave tad bhavati. So unless you have the consciousness about what you are going to do, what you eat, what you, is all depends upon. This is called kalprukshas. The trees we call the kalprukshas, and cows we call kamadhenu. It means that is whatever you desire, it fulfills. Our desire is health, environment, our desire to keep the planet health. That is what these two will take care. Next. This was the when I purchased the land, all the lime. If 6 inch you dig, that is complete only lime. This type of land where I selected, people, including my mother, friends, relatives, they said that this you are wasting your money. Just you are putting complete your money into the soil, which is not going to give you any returns. This is Panchabhutas, our concept, our logo, which is the blue is water, that orange red fire, earth that is yellow, air that is green, that is the green, that is bilwa leaf we have put, then Akash is the white silver sound Akash. With this Panchabhutas we entered into Pragati, the significance of 5 elements. This body also constituted by these 5 elements, how to take care of that, not to imbalance. Imbalance means Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Anything which we have Ayurveda, we should keep that these 5 elements balance. This is the soil, whatever. And then slowly, before when I seen this is a landscape started, before that, if you look at the people say that, this land, no one like to enter. That's such a ugly shape, and you see all the lime, which complete that white, that lime started the plantation. Those are all transplanted plants we have brought, and we brought the transplantation, that is the bigger trees. Otherwise, there is no. Then slowly it started the green. And the creek which we have created, the water, how to conserve the water, water harvesting. Those days, that is water, these creeks when you created, this water goes to the first lake, second lake, third lake, fourth lake, like that, it is continuous. Then it goes to the Osman Sagar, that is Himmet Sagar. This land, the water goes to Himmet Sagar. This is the check dams. We created a check dams those days so that the water seepage should take place, and the borewells should get the recharge. This is what slowly the plantation are after going small, like a resort. The people, unless people see, they don't understand, they don't get. That's why we call that the time as a resort, so that the people come and enjoy at the same time they can see how we can do the plantation, that too, all herbal and medicinal aromatic plants. These, what Cherika is given, the more than thousands of herbal and medicinal plants, he found that the 55 diseases in the world. For 55 diseases, each disease there are 10 plants he selected for each disease, 55. That means any one of the plants that can cure that disease, 55 into 10, 550. But 100 plants are common, so 450. All 450 plants we grow in Pragati resorts, so that the future again, from allopathy to Ayurveda, one day has to come. Because already we are seeing the chemical, that is whatever carbon that effect on the body, side effects are getting more and more. Traditional farming needs more water. That means that is almost, this is 10,000 liters required per kg to paddy to get traditional. Even the sugar cane requires 27,000 liters for getting sugar cane sugar 1 kg. This is what we, bore wells, when they dried, how to recharge them, water harvesting part, that is done in 96. These are the cows. You see that the cows, they hug me. That cow is such a, whenever I go, I don't know, they are really, when I entered 1 kilometer before, the people say that, they recognize that the boss is entering. That much consciousness. When international conference was going on, almost 30 30, 40 countries, more than 75 countries, the people came. That time I just, when I came, they all surrounded me, the cows. My brother-in-law Ramakrishna, you see that the cow has got that danda. See the stick they put, because it's a mischievous cow. So he thought that, when it is coming towards me, he immediately came running, thinking that she may do any damage to me, but she hugging me. When I was trying to go away, she is not leaving me. She's hugging. I don't know why, how they recognize the people. This is all whatever we do, Jivamrutam. For plants, what we need, type of the feed which the trees require, the Jivamrutam, not only for the insects or the soil insects or root or bark or the leaf, this type of our Pragati found a few natural products. These products we feed and also spray. This is the vermicompost. You see the worms how much there is. We continuously do this vermicompost so that this wherever the earth without chemical, then worms you will find like that. When worms are there, your soil is very fertile. It becomes very fertile. That's why the vermicompost continuously we do. This is our achievement. This is a tree which is juvi tree. You see the bottom, that is 100 years old tree. They cut, because the road widening, that Chevalla, they cut and thrown outside. After 2 days I found that only bottom trunk, nothing else. Then I brought it and replanted. That I made more than 6,000 graftings and did for roads and other avenues. This is a juvi, is nothing but Vailingam, Sri Kalasteswara, Gnana Prasunamba. There is a juvi tree. For our 5 elements, what I said, Panchabhutas, Pudvilingam, Ekambareshwar, Kanchi Kamakshi, that is a mango tree, is the element of carbon. Jalalingam, Jambukeshwar, Akilandeshwari, the nitrogen, that is a jamun tree. Tejolingam, Arunachaleshwar, Shivagama Sundari, that is a Modiga, that is hydrogen. How do you say there is a hydrogen? If you take 20 ton, metric ton, the Modiga wood, burn it, you won't get this much ash. Whereas any tree you burn it, so much ash comes. So our ancient, how they found this 5 elements, 5 trees, Panchabhutas, and their God's names, that is Vailingam, Sri Kalasteswara, Gnana Prasunamba, Akashalingam, Nataraj, Shivakamakshi, that is Ravi, sulfur sound. So all this inspired me so much, our Indian tradition, how they have found. This is actually our Indian tree. By mistake that, they were thought that this is, baobab is Austria tree, Australian. This is called Kalpruksha. People, Shankaracharya, he confirmed that this is the Kalpruksha. You see the flower, angelistic. That is the flower what you see. The fruit is such a highest immunity booster. The seed oil, the number 1 seed oil out of all these oils, you will find that that's why this is called Kalpruksha. And when it becomes 8,500 years old trees are there in South Africa and all. 8,500 years still existing. And when you cut the tree, the trunk, so much water comes. That water is very, very immunity booster. Such plants we lost. India, we don't find these plants, whereas we lost so much, Jamavanta says when Rama Lakshmana under faint, the Jamavanta says to bring this Mrita Sanjeevani, Sandhana Karani, Visalya Karani, Suvarna Karani. Those days, the Mrita Sanjeevani means he is almost dying stage. That is the 10th Vayu, that is Dhananjaya Vayu. If once that Dhananjaya Vayu is lost before sunset, he cannot be revived. Rama Lakshmana, that stage, they brought that Sanjeevani, Mruta Sanjeevani, Sandhanakarani. When the nerves are broken, the Sandhanakarani, Vishalyakarani, when muscles are broken, like that, all we had such a wonderful, the type of plants which, it cures and takes care of our health. This is native herbal sacred medicinal plants. These native herbal and medicinal plants which are Arogya Pradatas and Prana Pradatas. Among 800 varieties of plants, that is what we grow, much more we grow, but these are all being used as a herbal medicinal today, because otherwise, thousands of herbal medicinal plants, we lost that complete, even the names we lost. The minimum, some of the important which we day to day, how to use it, like when you want to have the coffee or tea, instead of that, you have a long tulsi, karpur tulsi, mint tulsi, long type of allspice. They're all day to day must be used. See that Artemisia vulgaris, the first top one. When the corona took place, that time, people are dying. More than 20,000 people who is affected by corona. Third day, fourth day, they revived because of that Artemisia vulgaris, that is that plant. That is what we give in the herbal decoction, that is. It is nothing but for Ganapati, we offer the first Machi Patram Samarpayami. That is called Machi Patra. It's such a wonderful herbal medicinal plant. This is, of course, people know that is Amla is an immunity booster, which we should grow, and must use either dry Amla or Amla juice. Immunity, once immunity is taken care, your body will sustain for all sort of any pollution and other. There is a Mamsa Rohini, that is the name itself, Mamsa Rohini, which is, if you cut this bark, it is like oozing blood. It is such a color, and that is the one which he used, muscular dystrophy. There is no medicine in the world, they say, but this is the one which is name itself, Mamsa Rohini, muscular dystrophy takes care of. And also we use this Dvajastambha for temples. This wood only, this is being used for Dvajastambha. That is Ashwagandha. You know the Ashwagandha is such a wonderful Ayurveda medicinal plant. And the Brahmi, of course, there is a memory booster, Brahmi. Then aloe vera. Once upon a time, that is Cleopatra, the people asked, what is the secret behind your beauty? She said, aloe vera. That is a difference. That is Indian plants, they are certainly for whole world, it is like a torchlight. The dalchin, that is. This is Shivlinga which we have made. All around that Panchabhutas plants are there. Navagraha, we have Navagraha plants, Nakshatra plants, Rasi plants. This is Navagraha, Nakshatra Vanam and Navagraha Vanam. These are all details of Nakshatra Vanam, species, how they are, what they are, and their fruit, their flower, their bark, how they use it. We have this, nothing but these all medicinal value plants, which we are given the name, God names, so that we don't lose them, we protect them and continue propagation. And these are all Saptarishi Vanam. That is, each has got a flower and also leaf. This is the rare collection of birds. They are all flamingos. You will see they are in the Prakriti. The 100 acres water body, you will find is so beautiful. The nature without birds, nothing. These are all, we cultivate the type of vegetables in the form of bed form. Or if there is a will, there is a way. That way people, they come and look at the simple method, and you can grow all type of salads and vegetables. This is the vertical gardening nursery, and the soil, which again is an important reduce, reuse, reuse cycle. That is, we have solar system. Complete our the resorts run by solar system, and we 1994-95. We were the largest manufacturer of solar water heating systems in the India. We were the largest. Next is Jyoti Limited, Baroda. All the insects which are very important for the nature, and this, the millets is so much important. Today we are converted to the rice because of so much water dams and all check dams we are put on this water. The rice, which requires at least 8,000 to 10,000 liters per kg of paddy to cultivate, whereas this millets is 300 liters, and also is very, very healthy. You don't get diabetes, you don't get obesity, so many other healthy crop. This is 8,000 liters. These are the things where Pragati, we have oil, the bullock, the Kaarthikeyan noon, we call the wooden press, that is oil. The millets, of course, that is jaggery. Also we make the jaggery, that is our own jaggery, that is fishtail palm. Fishtail palm is the one which that is very, very more than 100 liters you get the nira. From that nira, for every 8 liters, 1 kg of this good, which is jaggery, very, very healthy. Then herbal decoctions. We call a Pragati Sparsh, which is integrated medicinal center. We have Ayurveda, naturopathy, yoga, meditation, acupuncture, Unani, homeopathy. This Amrita Aharam. Again, Amrita Aharam, the type of which instead of rice, wheat, the millets, and also the instead of sugarcane sugar, the palm jaggery, all the type of instead of coffee tea, the type of decoctions, which are herbal decoctions. It makes a lot of difference. The people, it runs 365 days Ayurveda treatments and naturopathy treatments at Pragati. The carbon stock, the people, the Sri Krishna University, they are completely, they sent scientists, students to conduct how the biodiversity and carbon credits, how much in Pragati. The vascular plants and wild, naturalized, exotic plants, there are so many varieties you will find, about 200 species, native and exotic will be added to the next few years. So what the statements about that time they both were the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh, that time combined Andhra Pradesh. Then they talked about it's a mosquito-free place. They promoted Pragati as an environmental place. The ACI Telangana state, that is we get Mega Plantation Drive Award, Tourism Excellence Award, like that time Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and others. Then World Book of Records. Then Pragati Green Medal. So many. These are all the plantation. You see the plantation, the bottom right side. You don't find on the soil. You will find complete green cover. The complete 2,800 acres. This is the lotus, which is ultimately the purity, the consciousness, and also let's learn to live and let live. See, our main focus, universities, colleges, schools, the students, they come and they learn and see that the earthworms, see that the type of our herbal and medicinal plants, how to grow them. The tips which are given, Dr. S.V. Ramarao, who is almost is a leader and maintaining a nursery and explaining them. The team of the people continues. The people who Saturday, Sundays, almost 1,800 people when they come. Whoever interested, after coming there, the people say, we never looked at the plants and we don't know anything about plants. But after seeing here in Pragati, they want to cultivate, they want to take the plants to the home and also explain to their children, explain to the whoever is coming to the home what the importance of the plant. There is much more in about if you plant a tree in the sand will become fertile land. If you remove the plant from the fertile land, the land becomes sand. That much the plant means. That is, in my childhood, my father used to say, my parents, they taught me that if you dig 10 wells, equivalent to one tank, if you get 10 tanks, equivalent to one sarasu. If 10 saras is equivalent to one river. 10 rivers, the punya, what you get, one suputra, suputrika. Suputra, not putra, putrika, suputra, suputrika. Such 10 suputrikas equivalent to one tree you plant. That is the level of our Indian, our Vedic culture. Our Vedas have taught us there is nothing in the world which is not given such information for everything. Not only your health, planet health, all living beings live and let live. That is the concept of our Vedic culture. And all festivals we conduct, there the festivals that is season-wise, what to eat, what not to eat. And we have entertainment, recreation, so that the people learn when they have some sort of attractions. So the type of attraction Pragati is doing whatever the best and protecting the environment. You will find the peacocks, lakhs of peacocks you will find in Pragati. They are all such a long, and when they are flying 10, 12 numbers together at, the beauty, something, your happiness, your joyfulness is only nature. Nature is such a thing, is without happiness, there is no life. Nature will give you the happiness throughout life. That's why connect with the nature. Nature will protect us. So thank you all. You have given such a wonderful time. That is, Dr. Kaarthikeyan ji was so much interested that my coming. Anything you like to ask, it is my talking is instead of that. If you ask something, it will be much better. Not praising and all, only the questions, anything, doubts.
No. I must say, because I have seen your journey from 93 to about 10 years ago, and you've been doing remarkable work, really remarkable work.
No.
Sir, I would like to ask you a question.
Please.
This has inspired me. I also have a land here in about 2 acres in Delhi itself, a farmhouse.
Wonderful.
A lot of mosquitoes are there.
Yeah.
I would like to know the list of those plants.
Yes.
Immediately I thought of that, let this be a mosquito-free area.
Yes, mosquito-free. As I said, the Ganapati Machipatram, what we give, The Machipatram, that is a mosquito-free plant. Like that, we have 150 varieties. 150 varieties. According to the climatic conditions, you can grow. Particularly this Delhi is winter, some of the plants, they die. You select those plants which throughout the winter and all seasons.
I may not remember it. Can I get it on WhatsApp or whatever?
Yes, certainly. If you go to my website, you will get a lot of information.
Okay.
www.pragatiresorts.com.
Dr. Kaarthikeyan.
There you can also put whatever your doubts. It will.
Okay, I'll put a question on your site.
Yes.
That I will.
You will get.
Thank you so much.
You can interact with the experts.
Dr. Kaarthikeyan is my mentor. He is my colleague.
He is all-round.
He is co-traveler, and most of the people who are here, they all will say that everyone loves him.
No, he is the one. He is a farmer even today.
Yeah, he is a farmer.
he grows the agriculture. That is wonderful. That is.
Dr. Rao, this is Pradeep Kumar Sharma. And
Nice.
thank you, Dr. Kaarthikeyan. Because of his invite, I could be benefited through this. Sir, it appears quite a good model while teaching the next gen their duties as well as the sustainability of this planet.
Yes.
You have done a good work, it goes without saying so. I would like to know that how this model is sustainable. How this model is sustainable. What could be the revenue model in terms of, we say, the commercially to sustain it. You have your corporate office at Jubilee Hills, one of the prime places in Hyderabad. It's Meadows and Resorts, Pragati Meadows and Resorts. So this, how do you sustain it? Because as far as education is concerned, responsibility towards the environment and next gen, everything is okay. But to sustain it commercially, it means something. So please tell us so that we are also motivated to go into this line at this point of time and future. Thank you very much.
Any plants which you want to grow, you must have a tie-up with Ayurvedic medicinal manufacturers, which is on the contract basis. Those plants which they will be with agreement. Without agreement, if you do it, if you don't know the market, then it will be very, very difficult. Or otherwise, you have to have your own product, which is again marketing and all. For agriculture, people that start with the tie-up. The tie-up is a lot of requirement is there. Ayurveda, slowly it is increasing. They found that allopathy, that a chemical base, is the more side effects than the curing. Certainly, it is Ayurveda. One should really think of it. The aloe vera itself is so much requirement is there. Aloe vera, like that, your Trimurtivanam, Panchivativanam, Panchibhutavanam, Navagravanam, Nakshatravanam, Rasivanam, Saptarishivanam, 21 Patrikas, they are all nothing but they are the products which those days they used to use fresh leaf, root, bark, but today they convert into a product, Ayurvedic product, whereas the English medicine, they take the molecule, single molecule, then it becomes a side effect. So everything is plant-based only. The mineral are plant-based. It's not that so it is a great opportunity in the future, what we grow. Let us start at home at least, taking a coffee, tea, herbal like a long tulsi, mint tulsi, karpur tulsi, lemongrass. The type of these plants, again it protects from the mosquitoes and environment. It becomes, your house becomes aroma. That aroma you inhale, it is nano medicine. The aroma is nano medicine, which where you live, you must have that, the type of these herbal medicinal aromatic plants. And that will be promoted once you are growing at your home, your children, your neighbors, all they will, unless we consume, others will not understand. If you are healthy, people ask how you are so much, you look young, what is the secret behind all this, it comes. So that they consume what are very, very important. Yes, yes, it is. People required this. Slowly is increasing. It is and the type of 1-2 places you have to keep the market so that they will not exploit you. There are so many Ayurvedic manufacturers, medicine manufacturers. Tie up with the 2-3 people. Whoever gives the best, that is.
Would you like to give the consultancy, if I say so straightforward?
So consultancy, certainly we will give the guidance. Guidance we will give.
Thank you very much, sir.
You can also run a center, no? Health center where you use these medicinal plants as well. So that is an immediate conversion.
Yeah, please.
Thank you very much, sir. I come from Meghalaya.
Come from?
Meghalaya.
Meghalaya, very good.
When Dr. Kalam became the first president,
Right.
he wanted to know more about herbal plants and its medicinal
Right.
properties.
Right.
So he started the herbal garden.
Oh,
I was instrument in bringing farmers who have never seen a fan also, because we don't need fans in Meghalaya. No refrigerator. They've never seen a train. So I brought 19 village people,
oh,
practitioners and farmers.
excellent.
I had the guts to write to him that, Excellency, you are my president. Give me 5 minutes to see how our grassroots people respect nature, how do they work, how they have remedies for different types of ailments, which is centuries old,
Yes.
and how they preserve forests. We have 74 registered forests, all looked after by women in the village. No tree can be cut, no insects. You can see thousands of varieties of insects, butterflies, you name it, but you are not allowed to pluck a leaf. You can't go with your shoes, you can't take your cattle. So, my bad luck, that when I said 5 minutes, he gave me the full day. We are the only state, I don't know what is the situation now, but we had, all the farmers had given 2 types of herbal medicinal plants to be grown there. So like the way the previous gentleman said about the commercial values, so all states, they started sending letters to the president estate. They were wanting their plants to be grown there and make a scene. So he sent everyone back to the Faridabad forest officer that only when he clears, then only that plant can come. But he didn't entertain anyone else. My bad luck that about the biodiversity, Meghalaya is one of the richest biodiversity
Yes, yes.
state. We give 65% of ecological balance to Delhi. What is your message for this present generation? Not breathing polluted air, but how to respect this nature. You have made a beautiful presentation here. The village women have donated 22 acres of land. I am not getting the right person because everyone has so much of commercial and corruption attitude. They have donated 22 acres of land for Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Memorial Herbal Garden. I have taken ambassador of Bolivia to lay the foundation stone and have this herbal garden for education of all school children, school excursions to go there. But right now, I am unable to work alone. Please, with your experience, getting so many awards, Guinness Book of World Record, I don't want that. I want how Meghalaya can be the nodal point for you to convey this message through important people like Dr. Kaarthikeyan. I have already met him before. To pass on this message, we are breathing all polluted air, always on mobile, but totally disrespecting nature. What should be your message to the new generation?
Uzbekistan. Yeah. Yeah. What?
Police.
The message everyone should.
I have one more point. He started Ministry Ayush 1 year after meeting us in Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Oh, great. So, unless the consumption starts individual, then nothing can change. The individual, once you start consuming what the herbs is going to help you, your health, when you see the others certainly will follow. That is the message automatically goes. But you must consume. It's not that they are, when you are taking coffee, tea, if you don't use the so-called tulsi, lavan tulsi, mint tulsi, karpur tulsi, lemongrass, if you don't use, it's how many people are using these things? How many people? Unless we start it. Uzbekistan is the country, is almost it is a vast land. The land is, they called 10 times. I went 3 times, and they wanted the place to be, again, this herbal and medicinal aromatic plants to be cultivated. When first time when I went, there is a governors. There is each state, they have a number of states, the governors are there. Every governor he came to me and giving me 20,000 acres, hectares, 20,000 hectares, 10,000 hectares, signed and given me, this is to be developed. This is the type of what I said, let us give me a place where this water is there, particularly near to the city first one, then we can go for other areas. That is, even yesterday also they called me embassy here, Delhi. They wanted some event is going to come and visit again Uzbekistan. This all, the whole world is looking for our herbal and medicinal aromatic plants. They fed up with the allopathy, which are day to day is, we understand that more side effects than the curing of that disease. So certainly it is, our India is fortunate, the future is there for India.
Yes, I just wanted to share my experience and my lesson from learning from interaction from Dr. GBK Rao. He was generous, he's very generous, we haven't talked about this generosity. He actually hosted, we ran a film festival on environment and wildlife called CMS Vatavaran. He was the jury head last time of that particular festival. So I had experts, environmental experts from all over India assemble, and he hosted them for 4 days. And while obviously everybody was floored by what they saw there, but while they're going back, we were even more surprised. He not only gave them the produce, itne sare chiku, amla, including plants. They all carried in their flight. हम इसको छोड़ के नहीं जाएंगे. Everybody took. Because what I learned from all that experience and interaction with him and seeing his work is the reconnection with nature. What we love, only we will protect. We love in our family, we protect. We've forgotten our connect with nature. The reconnect and the connection he is making with nature, and I must also share, I also in Pragati, so he's my neighbor. And what he has created then is a blessing. So it's absolutely loving my nature. Only if I love it will I save it. My children have to realize what they're missing. दिल्ली में रह के कुछ नहीं समझ आता. जाके देखने से पता चलता है क्या missing है हमें यहाँ पे. So thank you, sir. Thank you for all the blessings.
So kind of.
Excellent.
Thank you. You are the best environmentalist.
You made me, we all feel proud of you. I feel proud of you.
Thank you.
Because you have done great.
Sorry.
I think as the gentleman has said very rightly, individuals, what individuals can do,
Right.
set examples, you have proved that. Now I would like to request Dr. Kaarthikeyan that we must look for a title for you. The doctor and expert is too inadequate to explain, to position you what you really deserve in this country. Because your model, as the gentleman was referring to model word, model, the Pragati model or GBK Rao's model deserve a positioning. I would like to make 2-3 points. Your presentation deserves to be repositioned. remodeled. Because firstly, this should be aimed at the children and younger people. And for that, this need to be slightly re-modified so that it highlights the points that you are making. Excellent points you made. I think he has captured that very well. The Meghalaya point should be the highlight of this, your presentation, and the way he has captured
I understand.
and how he related it to that. The second point is, very important point which need to be brought into your model is what the global environment point of view, the lifestyle that the Pragati model, Pragati teachings include the lifestyle issues. That point doesn't come out from the presentation. If you allow me to say that, I think how it changes. Whenever I leave there, I come there, my health improves. I can realize myself that I am different. This is what the lifestyle part. That is what the younger people need to know. It's not for the old people. The impression that it is for old people, retired people, should be changed. It is for everybody.
The future generation.
And it is for the people who are in Delhi pollution and not for the machar.
Yeah.
These are some of the things. This is a model, a new model, a lifestyle model. Unless we get to this lifestyle, that you have 6 issues. 6, I have made a point to bring in my new book of the 6 points that you made in this lifestyle model or a Pragati model. That is going to be a kind of in the new lifestyle that India is talking globally. I think they need to get a position there. I think we should look for Dr. GBK Rao a title. Dr. Kaarthikeyan. Thank you, Dr. Kaarthikeyan and Dr. GBK Rao. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. No, see, a few years back I wrote about it in my so-called newsletter, which goes around the world. They were surprised. People in Hyderabad did not know the existence of Pragati, can you believe? Very unfortunately, awareness, it should have been many more Pragatis ought to be created in the country. People, see, Uzbekistan people are interested. People, whoever has gone there, amazing how one man can do it. So why I presented Dr. Rao today is to say things are going, it's not for talking. Climate expert is telling you have got 2 years to go. Let us take it seriously. I am telling you very, very seriously we have to take it, but unfortunately we think somebody else will do it. Nobody else is going to do it unless we all take it on hand. Governments won't do it. Government will have conferences. We have seen every conference they are trying to put the blame on somebody or the other. So you have to create this consciousness, That's why you go back again to meditation and prayer, so that you become responsible. You are responsible not for yourself, your family, you are responsible for the whole planet. Unless, we awaken the consciousness of the people in a big way, this disaster is going to take place. Even today, the damage we have already done, we are not going to save many of the islands from submersion. The damage already done is going to, you have seen one of the president of the ambulance speaking from the ocean, save us, in a conference. It's a reality, and then even our coastal cities are not safe. But who is to do it? Each one of us have to do it. So that's why you say a man can do it. 30 years back he thought of it. 30 years back he thought of it, a role model, and I hope that we will be able to spread this message more and more. Thank you, Dr. Rao.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great.
What he said, that is Mr. James Lindo. James Lindo says, I am Chinese younger after 2 years staying.
The Chief Election Commissioner Lindo has chosen to live there. Many others also. But now they can buy the plot, but not empty plot, only with mangoes and jamuns yielding. That is the plan.
What is it?
Vanamali. Yes, he deserves all the titles and all that, but a man of. Thank you. No, this is a Zoom on live. It will be on YouTube also. We'll sum it up and send another new. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank Alekia and Amulya of PMC Hindi for taking it to the world live. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.